being a present mom is different for everyone. There's someone who thinks that being present is physical only, but you can be absent, but you're still present.
Even right now, I'm experiencing ladies who are not speaking out just because of the fear of being judged.
You can be the CEO right now, and when you get home, you are that super mom. Yes. You leave your CEO behind, and then immediately you become that mother, that safe place to your child.
My name is Agnes. I'm a cluster accountant here at Food4Education, and I'm a mother of two. My friends call me Bubbly because I'm always in a good mood.
My name is Esther Karaoke, a mother of two. I am a cook at Giga Kitchen.
My name is Cecilia. If you like, you can call me Sabi, a mother of one beautiful daughter and so many other kids. And I'm a cook at Campbell Kitchen.
My name is Sheila, and my age mate calls me Sheila Baby. I love that name very much. I am a kitchen officer at Kimorori Primary School. I am a mother, and I'm happy to be here.
Therapists say there is no such thing as a good mom. Agree or disagree? I agree because you have never been a mother. It is your first time to be a mom. So you keep on trying your best to be a good mom. That is my opinion. Aji?
Well, I will disagree. I think what I'll say is there's no such thing as a perfect mom, but a good mom, you can be a good mom, depending on the efforts you're putting into your role of being a mom. And as you've said, like, you keep learning. It doesn't come with a manual, so you're doing better every day. You're learning from others. So you can have a good mom, but you can't have a perfect mom.
I'll agree and disagree. But the base is that you give it your all. It's a learning process, and it's always perfection and improving on how to mother your kid every day. So you just learn, you just unwind, and just to know how your kid, she or he comes with different stages, and every stage has a challenge or an advantage. There's a time you just love being a mother to that kid, and sometimes you feel, is this what I really wanted? But at the end of the day, we try to be good moms.
It's possible to be both deeply ambitious and fully present as a mother. Agree or disagree? I think I'll agree to disagree, because being a present mom is different for everyone. There's someone who thinks that being present is physical only, but you can be absent, but you're still present. I think being present as a mother is how involved you are in your child's life. Like, do you know what your child's interests are? Do you know their likes and dislikes? Do you know what they're trying to achieve? So it is possible to be both ambitious and be present. Like, you're trying to chase your own dreams and also support your child. But at the same time, I think to be able to hack both of them, you really need a lot of support from maybe like the people closest to you. Because when you're absent physically, yes, you're present because you're already involved in their lives, but sometimes it calls for you to maybe, like, for instance, when you're trying to achieve your ambitions, definitely there's a time you're more involved in maybe your work. So like, do you have people who are showing up for you to a point that you're able to focus on whatever it is you're trying to achieve? So yeah, that's why I'm agreeing to disagree. It's possible when you have the right support.
Ambition and being a mother. Most of the time I call those women super women, because both roles are so demanding. And for you to be able to give it all to your work, and to your ambitions, and then again be that mother that that kid will desire. It calls you to be super. Again, you have to balance your time. And I'm glad because the organization we work in so many ways, it has given us the balancing, because if you're even maybe working for the day shift and others are working for the night shift, you have that balancing time to be with your kid. And there's not any single day you will miss an occasion for your kid. If we have those kids who are in school, you're given permission to go and attend their progress in school. So you can be both ambitious and a good mother.
True. And again, the ability to change. You can be the CEO right now, and when you get home, you are that super mom. Yes. You leave your CEO behind. Yes. And then immediately you become that mother, that safe place to your child. Your child can tell you anything, can open up to you. Na umshike vizuri na umwelewe.
Interesting. You don't fully understand your own mother until you become one. This one I totally agree. Wait until you're a mother. That's when you'll understand why your mother was acting the way she was acting. Sometimes these kids are something else when raising them up. When you get that kid, you hold that kid to your arms when he or she is young, you have this joy that you're brought alive to this world. And it's so fulfilling. But again, these kids grow with different stages, and you wonder, did I do something wrong? Because sometimes they become so rebellious, but God gives us the grace to walk through that journey and the wisdom, because it calls for wisdom to raise these kids. So many times I've understood why my mother was acting the way she was acting, because I became a mother. And you have to sometimes walk into that shoe for you to understand that. Sometimes I would ask my mom, why are you so noisy? But little did I know I'll become that shouting woman, because I've told my kid something and she has rebelled, or she has not done it the way I wanted it to be done. Okay? And sometimes because we deal with kids in the organization, we have become parents at home and parents at work, and that is so fulfilling, and you understand more on why these women, our mom, and our shows for those who have gotten to get the love of our grandparents, why they were acting the way they were. In a nutshell, my shosho would beat us in a sack, and you were like, kwani analeta military wakwa nyumbani, but that is how they were, But right now I've understood you don't have to correct your kid by beating them. You just correct them with love and give them the understanding, because the generations have changed and we ought to change with the times. So I'll give it up to my fellow colleague to just say her mind.
Yeah, I also agree that you don't really understand what it means to be a mother until you're a mother yourself. So yeah, because of maybe the sacrifices you saw your mother make, sometimes you will take them for granted. But then when you're the one making them and you feel that pinch, now you actually appreciate. And I think for me, what happened when I became a mom, I tended to have loved my mom even more. I had love for her, but it increased more, because I was like, this is somebody you're thinking about all the time. It's like you put yourself second, which is putting yourself first when you have a child is very difficult. That's why you have to try and strike a balance when you're trying to achieve your goals, and also be a good mom, because you can find yourself giving all your love, all your time to your child simply because of that love. And the sacrifice comes automatically. You don't struggle, because this is your favorite person in the world. So yeah, I agree that you understand being a mother when you become one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. balancing work and motherhood looks like. Balancing work and motherhood is not easy, but it's a clear proof that you can be here and there and still perform. And if you balance everything the right way, I believe it's not as hard as inawezaonekana, but ukijituma and ukuwe na the right support, everything itakuwa poa.
Sure. It's not easy, I agree. But again, if you set the right boundaries, especially with your time, with your decisions, it becomes so easy because there is time for everything. True. When you're supposed to be at work, be at work. When you're supposed to be at home and be that mother, So I'll just, in just a few words, just balance your time and set boundaries. Yes.
And also, I think it is good also to prepare the kids mentally that will not be like us. I can remember I was telling my son, now sitakuwa nikilala kwa hii nyumba. Nimepata kazi, nitakuwa naenda usiku. So, asikae hapo tu ati ananikojea mama atakuja. So it is also good to prepare them mentally. Unamwambia sasa tutaonana kesho, nitakuta kama umeenda shule, so tutaonana in the evening, nitakuja nikusaidia kufanya homework. I will help you in kazi za shule. So it is also good to prepare them mentally ndio wajue mama hakuagi kwa nyumba each and every day. Anaitaka kazi, things like that. Okay. What do I want to teach my children about the future?
I think for me, what I would like to teach my kids is that success looks different for everyone. Because I think in this age and time, the greatest thing the kids are struggling with is peer pressure. That's why you're finding a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old is depressed simply because anatry kuishi life ya fulani. And yet we can't all have the same capabilities. What you're capable of providing for your kid is not what I'm capable of providing for mine. So helping, like the way you said, help you prepare your kids mentally for this life, even the outside world. Because there's that life around your home and there's the life outside. You can't always be there to protect them. But the moment you instill the right kind of mentality into them as they grow, try to tell them you don't have to fit in. Like, just be your own person. Know what you want. Maybe we might not all know our purpose, but definitely you know what you like. And maybe try to align that with where you're trying to be. And then maybe you can direct them towards the right direction. And that way, I think that we will have raised a better generation where one is comfortable with being who they are and also trying to help them want more for themselves.
That is an interesting topic because we don't just live today. We live for the future. And I will just let them know you should be independent in making your decisions. Nobody should push you on what to do. Nobody should decide for you. Again, tell them it's progress over perfection. If they know that every day it's a learning day, you live a day at a time, and you shouldn't feel guilty for something that has not worked today. Tomorrow it might work out, So it's always progress over perfection. And I would love them to know that we live today, tomorrow is never guaranteed. And anything can happen in any minute, in any hour. And always be happy and God-fearing. And again, you just be yourself. Don't be a pretender. Be yourself. Be at the right place at the right time. And you will achieve it. Yeah. If you're raising a boy, tell them speaking out is not weakness. Let them speak out. Let them speak out. Speaking out is not weakness. Yeah, you solve a lot of things and you save yourself from depression and maybe taking your own life, as my colleague has said. And we'll become a good nation. If we are your brother and sister keeper, I think we'll go far. Just speak out. Don't fear to speak out. So many people fear because of maybe victimization or you will judge me. Even right now, I'm experiencing ladies who are not speaking out just because of the fear of being judged. So let us just be nice to each other. True. For people to be able to speak out. Let us not die from the inside. Yes, that is not being weak. That is not being weak. You just shouting out your struggles to a person who maybe can solve it or can help you or give you an idea on how to solve it.
So we can agree that changing the world will start from home.
Yes.
True.